Hello everyone, this is AV Creative. I hope you're all good. Now today we are going to do something different. I'm planning a tree, some tree branches, a pour and something else. I'll show you in a minute. So this is my canvas, 14 by 11 canvas by Arteza. There's a link in the description if you're interested. I do like using black canvases when I'm making a darker painting, so that I don't have to worry that white will peep through. Some of you know that pouring is my hobby that I do at the weekends. I do have a different job, so there are days that I've run out of ideas and I think, what shall I show you? What can I do that's something different? Because I do like making something different and something exciting. And I was sitting in the lounge and I was actually staring at my very old piece of art. I'll show you in a minute. And I looked at it and I thought, what if I tried to recreate this one using a pour as well? So you can see this is the piece that I made probably more than 20 years ago. It's made of leather. There are some real branches underneath and I painted it and I made a little sculpture and it's very big. But obviously I'm going to try and make a smaller version on the canvas. I'm not going to use real branches. I am going to use a glue gun. So the first thing I will do is I'm going to sketch the branches using just a pencil, and because this is a black canvas I should see the lead easily. So I'm trying to think how to position the main branch. You can plan your branches any way you want. I hope you can see that. So these will be the main branches, and I think I'll actually keep the fruit somewhere here. Yeah, so at the moment that's the plan. So let's turn the glue gun on. I'm making the main branches a bit thicker, so I know that I have to add a bit more glue here. And this will be the first time I'm using actually glue gun on the canvas, so as probably most of my tutorials, I'm trying it as I go. So my glue gun, I think it's going to be it's too small probably for the big branch, because I'll have to go over so many times. So I actually borrowed a bigger one from work. This will be the main focus, and then no leaves, nothing, just the bare branches. Okay, oh, I'm a bit anxious. Okay, let's just start pulling this. I think I'll have to go over some sections anyway. Fortunately, because it's a tree branch, it's going to be gnarly and we'll have some thicker bits, so that doesn't matter. Okay. I know this is mainly pouring channel, but as you probably noticed for quite some time, I'm just trying to sneakily bring in some different techniques and show you what else we can do. Well, for those of you who don't know, I am an art teacher, so as my daily job I do use all kinds of media. So I'm going to go over this section. I'm going to make this one thicker. As you can see, I'm trying to make the ends thinner. So far so good. Peeling off those hairy bits. Oh, I'm making the branches and I'm thinking, how am I going to pour over this? But we'll get there. We'll get to this point. I was going to use the small glue gun, but this one is working perfectly well, allowing me to create different thickness of the branches, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, I think I'm done. And that's what we have. That's pretty cool. Now, ideally, to make the fruit, what would be best? Polymer clay, air drying clay. I think these would be the best. But what can you do if you have absolutely nothing at home? You go to your kitchen and you find kitchen foil. See if we can shape an apple. So what can we do now? We should have something to spread over to make the apple smooth. I found this. See if that will work. So this is just a random all-purpose filler. Okay. And again, if you have polymer clay, that's just perfect. You don't need to do all that. I'm just showing you what to do when we have nothing. Okay, a bit of water. So I'm going to try and spread this over my apple. This filler works really well when you sort of tap it. Also, I'm just thinking you could use dough with salt. Some people make some really nice sculptures out of it. So that would be a good idea. Actually, I could try one. Haven't done it before. But at the moment, I think I'll just leave it to dry. Yeah. Okay. And wash my hands. Since I'm going to recreate my original, I looked at the colors and I basically concluded that we only need probably 4. So I've got burnt umber, pale green, this is a really vivid color, titanium white, and Mars black. And with these 4, I created all these mixes. So we've got various shades of, I'll call it beigey brown. So you can see that was the burnt umber with some white. I added a bit of black as well. So basically I added a bit of gray and then some more white. And we've got 3 of these. Now this was the pale green, but the pale green was actually, I don't think it's pale. It's as vivid as possible. So I added a bit of black here and a bit of white. Made this kind of, no, I don't know, army type of green. Then I added some more black. Actually, this one is more like army, isn't it? Well, they all are. And then I added more white, and I basically got, let me show you from close, those 3 shades of each color. And this is the consistency. Runs smoothly. And a little build-up, runny honey. As usual, the last section of my video, you can watch me mixing all the paints, talking about the proportions with some diagrams. Now I'm just going to pour over with all those colors, but before I do it, I am thinking perhaps I should just brush some black, undiluted black over the branches, just in case. I don't think it's necessary, but just a precaution. And I'm super quick, as you can see. Oh, and forgotten this. Look at this. My perfect apple. It actually worked. I'm really pleased with it. And I think it's the right size. Look at this. Yay. I think I'm going to layer the paint in a cup and just sort of drizzle over. Because at the moment, or maybe do like 2 flip cups and see the difference perhaps. I usually get pretty excited when I'm doing something new and I have no idea whether it's going to work or not. I wonder what you feel. So I want the top of my painting to be the darkest, so I'll start with this darkish brown and then with this green. I like this color. Just some random layering now. That's probably more than enough for one. Okay, let's just do another one, pretty dark. I didn't add any silicone. I actually am not too keen on any cells today. I think it will look much better without any cells, especially for this design. Well, I'm actually pretty nervous. Okay, I think it's going to be messy. I don't like messy. Oh. It's more than I thought. So I'm going to spread it this way. Okay, well, spreads nicely. Okay, well, so I managed to spread it a bit. Not too bad. You know, I do want the branches to be seen, so that's why I don't want too much paint. So one thing, I definitely put too much paint in my cups. That wasn't necessary. Oh, okay, so let's just pour some here. Now and down this way. Quite like this sort of gradient. Okay, let's just do this. I could even, I suppose, use a straw to push some of the colors. Let's try that. So I can push the paint over. So, slight change of plans. I am not going to use these that I prepared because there's definitely too much paint, but I'm just going to use pure color. I am going to use a bit of this light green to finish this part off, and just this lightest beige as well, perhaps. Let's just blow it with the straw. That works extremely well, pushing the paint down and for getting very messy and completely covered with paint. But I'm having so much fun. I want this section to be much, much, much lighter. I think I've almost got the right colors. However, at the moment, I am going to lighten up this area a bit and just this bottom. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm glad I can see all the branches underneath. So far, that's what it's working. Okay, so let's just add a bit of lighter color here. If there's anything left of this green, I'm putting the dark green and the lighter green, and I'm just going to blow it again. Oops. Oops. No. Oi. So I put two colors because if I blow from here, the darker color would get over the light green. So at the moment, I'm hoping that the darker green will kind of mix together with the light. You see? Just like this over. So it's like a nice change. Now it's been very messy, but I must admit I am happy with the results so far. Let's just hope it's going to dry properly without any cracking. That's what I wanted. I mean, as close as I could get to replicating my original painting. So at the moment, I can see the branches. Colors are nicely fading into some lighter ones here. My hands are so dirty that I'm just using some leftover paint and sort of painting the apple quickly with green. And I just wiped the hole here because I'm going to glue the apple, and I wasn't sure how it's going to be stuck to the layer of paint. Okay, time to wash everything and see tomorrow how the painting dries. This is 24 hours later. I want to show you how beautifully it got dried up. All the sections, look at all the glue sections, they are completely covered with paint. I didn't need to put any black. They're just absolutely covered. I'm so pleased with that. Okay, so ready for next stage. Well, for those of you who thought, oh, that's a bit too complicated, it's actually so simple. All we did is just the glue gun here and pour over. And that was what, 1 day drying. I'm just considering adding a bit of maybe darker shadows just under some parts of the branches to create some more contrast, or just some sections to create a bit more depth. This is the same pouring paint. Okay, and the final stage. So at the moment it's looking like this, and now I'm going to apply some gold. I've got pearl gold in hours, sorry, and gold. I think I'm going to use this one, and I am going to use my finger. And I'm just going to rub some gold over the branches to make them really pop and stand out nicely. Just like that. See that? I don't want actually to overload it with gold, so I'm just taking a really small amount. Remember, you can always rub it off. Got a little tissue if I think it's too much. I'm imagining some sun shining from this angle, from above. Okay, well, at the moment I think I actually managed to recreate my original painting quite well with pouring art. So the apple at the moment is very green. I think I'm going to add some brown to it as well. I'm also adding a bit of black to the edges just to create some shadow. Not too much. There is no red in it, there's just this beige brown, and now I'm adding a tiny bit of black. I think that's kind of all right. Okay, time to position the apple. Look how nice. Once it's dry, I'm going to add just a bit of glint of gold on top of it. But at the moment, it looks like this. Now you can see, because I was just using my finger instead of my brush, I managed to make it really smooth. Like a smooth, silky surface. Okay, I think I can rub some gold on it now. Just a bit. And now for the final piece. Wow, the apple is pretty big and so shiny. Well, I had lots of fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed the process. It will be awesome if you could leave a comment and tell me what you think of this piece. It's sort of pouring mixed media glue gun. So don't be afraid to push boundaries, to experiment with your pouring art. Just try something else. And I always welcome new suggestions. I actually love when you send me messages saying what I could do, because to be honest, it's not so easy coming up every week with something new, because I don't like repeating myself, so I'm always looking for some new challenges. Anyway, well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you liked the piece. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants the piece, just please send me an email. At the moment, is still available. I am going to varnish it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the process and you like the final piece. If you do, please press like and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button, so then you will always know when my new video is coming up. And please join us during the premiere on Saturday, where I chat to my lovely subscribers and we have lots of fun. Well, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Well, I make my own pouring medium, which is half water, half PVA glue. Another name for PVA glue would be Elmer's glue or wood glue. Then I mix my pouring medium with paint, 2/3 of medium, 1/3 paint. In the end, I add a dash of Floetrol, which constitutes 10 to 20% of the total volume. Now this is the right consistency for most of the pouring techniques that I do. When the stream goes down, as a tiny build-up disappears quickly. I call it the runny honey consistency.